We're at Broadhurst Park and it's been a really good afternoon for the Bucks. They've beaten FCUM by 2-1 this afternoon to rise to third in the National League North table, and our manager Gavin Cowan with me. Gavin, I imagine you're probably fairly pleased with that performance.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they did everything that I asked them to do when they went over the white line, and that was from in, out of possession, tactically, game management. I don't think there's going to be many pointers for us to correct today. So yeah, it was a fantastic performance from the lads. They deserve a lot of credit.
Sure. Okay. I mean, obviously, unlucky to be behind. Unlucky to be level at half time. I think probably with Andy Richley's unfortunate handling error. But the lads feel like they wanted to sort of like pull something out to win that round for him.
Well, I think what I said to him at half time was, I think first of all the mistake is what it is. Because we've won the game, we can use it as a positive and use it as a development tool for Andy. And it's good for him to obviously get that kick up the backside, really, just to let him know that you can't take your eye off the ball. Sorry for the pun, but you literally can't, and he needs to be pushing himself every week. But I just think it's probably a reflection of how comfortable we were in the game. They weren't getting many shots off or many chances, and I think that reflected in Andy completely under no pressure, and an easy catch for him. That these things happen, but like I say, because we've won the game, we can use it as part of his development. And something I said at half time was, let's have it right. We beat York 1-0 last week, and Andy pulled off 3 saves that we expect him to make, but certainly pulled off 3 saves. So the lads, got their heads together and decided that they need to pull it out of the bag for him, like you just said there. So and they went out and did it, which is really pleasing.
Sure. I mean, as the way performances go, that was almost kind of textbook stuff, wasn't it? I guess.
Everything that was asked from a tactical perspective. FC United play very, very expansive. Obviously, they've been a team that have been struggling, and now Neil's come in, who's I know personally very, very good manager, very good man. I know he'll do good things with them, but they've been very expansive in possession and really difficult to beat out of possession. But yeah, I felt as though I had a bit of a plan to go and beat that, and the players played it out perfectly.
Sure. In terms of team selection, there was no immediate return to the team for Elistini today, and I suppose that's a measure of the competition you've got for places in the midfield, isn't it?
Yeah, the lads are in the group today. I mean, Andre didn't come out because he hasn't played well. I thought he did play well, but I thought the game was set up for those 2 strikers. And Andre understands that. He wants to play, obviously, but and I was really happy with him last week. He needs to become more clinical, of course. We spoke about areas that he needs to improve, but so do the other 2. But there'll be games where the other 2 are doing really well, like they did today, and it'll be right for Andre. That's the luxury I have as a manager, and I have to call it right. And I felt as though I called it right today. But again, Andre's reaction is like impeccable. Of course he's disappointed. I don't expect anything less, but ultimately he's been brilliant around the lads again. And he comes on, and you see how well he does when he comes on. He's pushing me all the way. With regards to Ellis, just understands that. Like I say, James McQuilkin was arguably the best player on the pitch last week. How I can't say the things I say to him about honesty, integrity, loyalty and trust, and then go back on that. So it was one where I needed to stick with James because I owed it to him, and Ellis understands that. We're all buying into this. We're all trusting the process, as I always say, and that's the players more than anyone.
Sure. Okay. In the last few minutes there, maybe with the game, still 2-1, there's a little bit of controversy there with what possibly could have been a sending off for their goalkeeper. How did you see that?
I feel it was a sending off. I thought the referee was particularly poor. I'm not sure how many times I've seen him have a good game, to be honest. But I don't want to speak bad of anyone. But it's a sending off. Of course, it's a sending off, and I think she's got that one wrong. However, you don't wish anyone any. We've gone on and won the game. If it had cost us, then maybe I'd be standing here very upset. But it didn't, and I'm glad the lad doesn't get suspended, and no one wants to see that. So we managed to get the win, and the lads' game management at the end there was magnificent.
Sure. Another tough challenge next week with the FA Trophy, and with a Friday night game against Darlington as well. Not ideal, but you don't use that as an excuse, do you? I know from our discussions, it is what it is.
It's what I wish for, Rich.
Yeah.
I think the chairman and everyone around the club wanted a home tie against so-called lesser opposition, but I'll be honest, the night before the draw I wanted Darlington, Blythe or Curzon away, because we've got to go there and right that wrong. So my prayers were answered, because I want to go there and put on a show for some of the travelling supporters that if they can trust us to come again this time round, maybe we can put on a better performance than we did there last time. So yeah, I'm glad we're playing there, and no excuses. It's not that far up the road. You know, it's not like we have to get planes everywhere like they do in America. You know, we literally have to get on a coach, a very luxurious coach at that, and we're very, very fortunate to have that resource. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and it'll be a good week leading up to it. Now we've got the win today.
Sure, okay. And I know, and I mentioned the league position at the start, but still not too much of interest to you at the moment.
Not yet. No, not yet. I understand people's scepticism around. I bet you do really look. No, everyone's on their phones at the moment looking at. I get that, and you know, because we are doing well, and the football club hasn't done well for a period of time, I can understand people's excitement, and you know, everybody wants to get on that, jump onto that, and I understand that. However, I genuinely have to do the whole cliche thing of taking the game at a time, and that has to be the case. It has to be. You know, for me, it's another win. We've got a target to stay up. We've got a target to get into the top half, and any targets after that we might reassess in January, which is when I look at the league.
Sure, okay. And a big leap towards those 2 goals today then?
Yeah, well, I think so. Yeah, 3 points is everything that we came here for, and the bonus is that the lads have played brilliantly well. The other bonus is that they've put the plan into place, and they seem, yeah, like I say, trust the process, and they trust it. They trust everything that I say to them. So, and I think you've got to earn that. So I think I've earned that over a period of time, and you know, if I ask them to go out there and do a roly-poly, they'll do it. And similarly, you know, I trust them. I trust them to manage things right, and that's what this group's about.
Sure. Okay. Congratulations on the win today, Gavin, and thanks for your time.
Thank you, mate. Cheers.
Cheers.